Hi everyone and welcome to our next English class at the Space Glasgow. Today we're going to be learning about how to use pronouns in our writing and in our speaking to make our sentences more interesting. Pronouns are used in sentences to replace nouns. They're used to replace the name of a person, place or thing so our sentences don't become repetitive. For example, Sarah likes ice cream. Sarah's favourite flavour is strawberry. Sarah buys ice cream every time she goes to the supermarket. Sarah likes ice cream. Sarah's favourite flavour. Sarah buys ice cream. We can improve these sentences and make them more interesting by replacing the proper noun Sarah and the noun ice cream with pronouns. So for example, we could say, Sarah likes ice cream. Her favourite flavour is strawberry. She buys some every time she goes to the supermarket. So you're using her instead of repeating Sarah. She instead of repeating Sarah again. And some instead of repeating ice cream again. And lastly there, every time she goes to the supermarket instead of saying her name again. And it makes it much more interesting to listen to or to read. Another example, Alex works in a garage. Alex knows everything about cars. Alex is very good at fixing cars. So in this instance, Alex is a male, a man or a boy. Alex works in a garage. Alex knows everything about cars. Alex is very good at fixing cars. Oh, boring. So how can we make them more interesting? Alex works in a garage. Which pronouns can we use? He, and when we're talking about the cars, we could use them. So Alex works in a garage. He knows everything about cars. He is very good at fixing them. So when we're speaking about a man or a boy, we can say he, him, or his. And in this instance, them is talking about the cars. Pronouns can also be used to replace a group of people in a sentence. So for example, Helen, Michelle and Pamela work in the space. Helen, Michelle and Pamela sort out all the food bags. Helen, Michelle and Pamela put lots of fruit and vegetables in the bags. Helen, Michelle and Pamela work in the space every week from Monday to Friday. So we've used this a lot, Helen, Michelle and Pamela. So we have to find a way of making this less repetitive and less boring. Because if we keep repeating Helen, Michelle and Pamela, Helen, Michelle and Pamela, Helen, Michelle and Pamela, it just doesn't make our speaking or our writing very interesting. So, can we make it more interesting and less repetitive? How can we do that? Well, we could say Helen, Michelle and Pamela work at the space. They sort out all the food bags. They put lots of fruit and vegetables in them. They work there every week from Monday to Friday. So in this instance, the word they replaces Helen, Michelle and Pamela. And when we're talking about them, they put lots of fruit and vegetables in them. We're replacing the bags. They work there every week from Monday to Friday. They work in the space every week from Monday to Friday, but we don't have to say the space again. We can say there since we've already mentioned it. So we can say Helen, Michelle and Pamela work at the space. They sort out all the food bags. They put lots of fruit and vegetables in them. They work there every week from Monday to Friday. So we use the pronoun they to replace the names in the group. We use them to replace the bags. And we use the pronoun there to stand in for the place, which is in this case the space. Here is a list of some of the words which can be used as pronouns. Let's read these together. I, me, us, you, her, him, it, them, mine, our, your, their, his, some, these, those, this, that, they, all, both, each, one, he, she, none, no one, everyone. So we're going to try with some sentences to use the pronouns from the list to make the sentences a bit more interesting. So let's try this one. Simona lives in Simona's house with Simona's husband, and Simona is very happy living in Simona's house. Well, that's quite a mouthful. So we have to find a way to make that less repetitive and more interesting. So Simona lives in Simona's house with Simona's husband, and Simona is very happy living in Simona's house. So what can we do to change that? Simona lives in her house with her husband, and she is very happy living there. So we've replaced Simona with her and she, and we have replaced Simona's house with their. Much better, much more interesting. Now we'll try another one. Daniel's birthday is in September. Daniel will celebrate Daniel's birthday in September with Daniel's friends. Again, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Daniel's birthday is in September. Daniel will celebrate with Daniel's birthday in September with Daniel's friends. Okay, so how can we improve on that? Daniel's birthday is in September. He will celebrate it then with his friends. He to replace Daniel, it to replace birthday, then to replace September, and his to replace Daniel's when we're talking about the friends. We can use the pronouns I, me or my when we're talking about ourselves in a sentence, so to replace our own name or when we're referring to ourselves. So I am Julie So if I were to say, Julie likes working in Julie's garden in the sunshine, but Julie does not like working in Julie's garden in the rain. So I'm talking about myself, so I would say, instead of saying Julie, or Julie's garden, I can say, I like working in my garden in the sunshine, but I do not like it in the rain. So I replacing Julie, my instead of Julie's garden, my garden, and I do not like it, so I don't like working in it in the rain. And it makes it a much better sentence. And there's a nice picture of me in my garden, looking my best. So from that list of pronouns that we just looked at, we have some which are pronouns that can replace your own name in the sentence or when you're referring to yourself, like I, me, and mine. We can use we, us, our, if we're talking about a group of people, including yourself. We can use she or her to replace a girl's name or a woman's name in a sentence. And we can use he or him to replace a boy's or a man's name. Them, their, these, those are all pronouns which refer to a group of people or things, and that's not including you. You're not part of the group. Okay, so what have we learned today? Well, we've learned that to make our writing more interesting, instead of repeating the noun in the sentence, we can replace it with a pronoun. So we're going to try some of that with our homework. So you'll need your jotter and your pencil, and I'd like you to copy out these sentences and put a circle round the word that you would use. So for example, the first one, Sammy likes to ride his bike. So you've got a choice there of him, he, or his. So instead of Sammy likes to ride his bike, you would have he likes to ride his bike. We'll do that first one together. Okay, and the rest I would like you to do yourself. So what time is Deondra coming over? So you would write what time is, and then you choose either she, her, or it to replace Deondra in the sentence. Number 3, when I grow up, I want to be like my dad. And you have a choice of he, his, or him. So you could read the sentence to yourself, replacing my dad with one of those words, and just make sure it makes sense. Number 4, I like to play with my 2 brothers. You can see that my 2 brothers is underlined, so you have to choose one of those pronouns to replace my 2 brothers in the sentence. So I like to play with, then choose one of those words. Number 5, my cat has a very long tail. So instead of my cat, you have to choose whether it's they, we, or it. And then the second sheet, it says circle the correct pronoun to complete each sentence. So you're going to copy the sentences. So it's I or me am the winner of the writing contest. So you just choose which one would be the correct word to go in there. I am the winner of the writing contest, or me am the winner of the writing contest. Which one sounds correct? The fairy gave he 3 wishes, or the fairy gave him 3 wishes. You write which one makes sense. They or them came to my birthday party. She or her skates fast. Mom read a story to I or me. The clown did a trick for we or us. You choose which one in each case is going to be. Number 7, the coach gave them or they a smile. Number 8, we or us played a game of tennis. The teacher gave them or they a treat. My pet came with I or my pet came with me to the park. Which one would it be? The store owner gave we a piece of candy, or the store owner gave us a piece of candy. And the last one, her or she is my sister's friend. So when you do your homework in your jotter, please take a photograph and send it to me at julie@spaceglasgow.org.uk. I need to have lots of things ready for our next gallery, so it would be good to see some homework coming in, and then we can get it up there. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.